Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shireen. So the other day I was just sitting down, I was chilling, I was living my best egg-headed life, and an idea came in my head. Now I've seen a couple of these videos on YouTube before, so it's like, it's not nothing new, it's not an original idea, but I wanted to talk about all the things that my mom never told me about my period and a couple of things about hygiene. Mostly period, because I feel like there's a lot of things that she just disregarded and I had to figure it out on my own. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I wasn't properly prepared for everything that came with getting my period. We're gonna talk about it today. We have a lot of unpacking to do here and we're gonna talk about it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is how embarrassing your period is when you're younger. For whatever reason, it is just so embarrassing to carry around a pad or a tampon or a panty liner. Why is it so embarrassing? Literally every girl in the world, unless they have some kind of medical problem, goes through this. So I'm not understanding why we thought it was so embarrassing. The day that I realized that I wasn't the only one who was super embarrassed about my period was when I was in middle school and I was walking up the stairs and this girl dropped her pad on the staircase and left it there. She didn't turn back. She didn't be like, oh, I dropped something out of my purse. Nothing. She just kept going. Well, I'm not the only one who's going through this. If I wasn't such an observant person, I probably wouldn't have even noticed that it came out of her purse. I'd have been like, oh, somebody dropped the pad. Was it you? I wouldn't have noticed. That's how discreetly she dropped it. And the thing is, looking back at it, girl, you know you needed that pad. It was your heavy day. You was hoping that the rest of the day you wasn't gonna have a bleed through. You was hoping. I used to flush the toilet before I ripped open my pad because you know that terrible that's embarrassing enough. I'm already trying to be discreet with it. I'm already embarrassed and here you are, loud as hell. Pad, what are you doing? I'm so glad that I grew out of that, and I'm sure everybody with age has grown out of it, because now there's no shame in my game anymore. I got my period when I was 9. I thought my world was ending, but I think at 8 my mom had told me about getting a period. She's like, yeah, it's gonna come once a month, you're gonna be able to have babies, and just the very basic information about getting your period. She missed the whole point about telling me how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna be moody, I'm gonna be in pain. And you know, now that you're older, you're able to tell when your period is coming. First of all, there's apps for all of that. I have an app myself. I use Flow. It's very, very accurate. I know when I was younger, my period was very off. It would come for a month. I wouldn't see it for 2 months. It would come for 2 months and then I wouldn't see it for 3 months. My doctor said it's because I was so young and my body had to regulate itself. Some girls are different. Some girls, as soon as they get it every month on time. Back to what I was saying, because I got way off track. When you're younger, you don't really know how your body feels when you're getting your period, unless somebody has explained that to you. You just know you feel a little weird, you feel off. But the fact that you're so young, you're nonchalant to that and you kind of just throw that on the back burner until you're in school one day wearing white pants and your period comes and you're like, oh, I didn't have any extra pads. That's another thing. I did not want to carry any extra pads, and my mom literally told me, she was like, you need to carry pads because you never know when you're gonna get your period in school, and it would be good for you to have something. You can always go to the nurse's office, yeah, but it would be good for you to carry something around with you just so you don't have to make that trip. You can just go to the bathroom and handle that. In my mind, once I had my period that 1 month and then I didn't see it for a couple of months, I was like, oh, I'm never getting it again. So took that pad right out my backpack, put it right back in the drawer, and lo and behold, get my period in school while I'm wearing white pants. I should listen to my mom. Just a segue into the next conversation, cramps. She never explained to me how painful cramps could be. Never did. Never did. Because just Sunday, this Sunday that just passed, I got my period, right? Still on it right now as I'm making this video. I got my period and I literally spent my whole day in that bed because I could not get up. I was in so much pain. I remember when my sister first got her period, mom casually told us the story about how when she was younger and she would get her period, her mom would have to take her to the hospital because she would get such terrible cramps. Rachel, did you not think that you would pass down that trait to your children? Because on that first day, I'm dying. I could have used that story. I could have used that story back when she was telling me about periods. I really could have. It would help me to at least know what I was getting myself into. Listen, we're just laying it all out on the table today. Another thing that my mom never told me about my period are clots. This lady never informed me about these jelly-like things that would come out of me. And I remember the first time I had a clot, I was like, why is there jello coming out of me? You know, I didn't even ask my mom. I went to Google. Actually, no, I didn't go on Google. I learned in class. You know, like when they have sex ed in like middle school, like they introduce you to start teaching about the female and the male bodies. Like this girl had asked, and I was so happy that she did because I wanted to know. And she asked, and the teacher was like, it's called a blood clot, yada, 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 whatever. And I was like, oh, I have the same thing that happens to me. So I'm normal. But the thing is, it's such a weird feeling when it's coming out of you when you're younger. Even now, it's still a weird feeling. But at least you know, like, okay, I'm about to pass a clot. Let me go sit on the toilet if I can, because I don't want to be walking around with a giant clot in my pad. Sorry, it's TMI, but it's so true. I feel like when I was younger, I was like trying to keep it in because I didn't want it to slide out. And that sounds so weird, but that's just the honest truth. Okay, so now I kind of want to get into hygiene a little bit. I don't really have much about hygiene that my mom didn't tell me, thankfully. There's a couple of little things that my mom missed out, and it's fine because I figured it out for myself. My mom never told me, at least I don't remember. She probably did, but I don't remember her ever telling me to wash behind my ears and in my belly button. I don't remember that. I don't remember that, and I had to figure that out for myself. I don't remember how it came about, but one day I passed my finger behind my ears. I don't know how that came about. I don't know if I was doing my hair and some gel landed there or what. I remember passing my hand behind my ears and smelling it, and I almost died. I'd never smelled behind my ears a single day in my life, and I'm glad that I did, because who knows, I probably still wouldn't be washing behind my ears. And that's disgusting. Same thing with the belly button. Your belly button is the nastiest part of your body. Therefore, please wash your belly button. The reason why in my like shower videos I enforce washing behind your ear so much is because of that experience that I just told you about. I think that's pretty much it that my mom never told me about hygiene. She was very, I think hygiene, she had it down packed, but it was just the period part of everything that I was not prepared for at all. I hope you guys enjoyed the sit down video. I know I don't really do them that much anymore. And when I first started doing YouTube, that's all I would do was sit down videos. Kind of want to bring it back, but incorporate it into like my now niche. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.